A Need for Change. Oscar-winning actor Leonardo DiCaprio likes to say that he makes his living in made-up worlds. Now, DiCaprio, a UN messenger of peace, has produced a documentary about a very real concern: climate change. He shot Before the Flood all over the world, this time playing himself. DiCaprio became a climate activist after a 1998 meeting with former US Vice President Al Gore, an early advocate for climate change education. The meeting inspired him to launch the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation. The foundation has awarded over $60 million to individuals and organisations that are working to protect wildlife, Indigenous communities, and the planet. In the documentary Before the Flood, DiCaprio investigates the impact of climate change around the globe. In his introductory speech at the film's London premiere, DiCaprio said, "We wanted to make a film that gave people a sense of urgency and that made them understand what particular things are going to solve the problem." In late 2016, National Geographic interviewed DiCaprio about Before the Flood. This interview was edited for length and clarity.
Who do you hope to reach with the film?
We all have a role to play in saving our planet. This film is meant to educate everyone, from global leaders to everyday citizens, on the threat of climate change. There are practical steps we all must take, today, to hasten the adoption of renewable and clean energy technologies across the planet. For the film, we interviewed inspiring figures, from Pope Francis and President Obama, who both have the ability to galvanize millions of people, to activists like Sunita Narayan, a tremendous voice in India who's calling for her country to be part of a global solution.
How can an issue like climate change attract more sustained attention?
There is no issue this important, because the future of the planet is at stake. We have no planet B. The energy we focus on solving climate change and the pressure we place on global leaders to lead on the question will help create a sustainable and livable environment for the long term.
You traveled around the world for this film. What message do people have for Americans?
We need to vote for leaders who understand the serious issues impacting our climate, and for leaders who believe in the undeniable truth of science. No nation or society is immune to the symptoms of climate change. America is in many places already feeling the impacts of it. Droughts in California, rising seas in Miami, more extreme storms in the Gulf of Mexico. We can still prevent these crises from becoming a widespread challenge in the future of our country. We have an opportunity to lead the world on one of the most crucial issues of all time.
7 facts about climate change. 1. The world is warming. Earth's temperature goes up and down from year to year, but over the past half-century it has gone up a lot. Figure 1. The trend currently looks set to continue. The heat in 2016 broke the historic record set in 2015, which broke the one from 2014. 2. It's because of us. Carbon dioxide warms the planet, and we've increased the amount in the air by nearly half, mostly since the 1960s. Figure 2. Events such as El Niño, a climate cycle in the Pacific Ocean, also affect global temperatures, but no natural cause explains the half-century warming trend. 3. We're sure. More than 9 out of 10 climate scientists agree carbon emissions cause global warming. A 2013 review of more than 4,000 research papers found that 97% said humans cause global warming. 4. Ice is melting fast. The Arctic has warmed more than the rest of the planet, and its sea ice is shrinking. Figure 3. The ice loss speeds up global warming because more sunlight is absorbed by dark oceans instead of being reflected into space by the ice. Warming temperatures also mean the retreat of mountain glaciers worldwide. Together, these factors contribute to rising sea levels, which could rise by 3 feet by 2100. Or maybe more. 5. Weather is getting intense. Globally, the number of disasters related to climate has more than tripled since 1980. Figure 4. The extraordinary heat wave that killed some 70,000 people in Europe in 2003 should have been a once-in-500 years event. At the current level of global warming, it has become a once-in-40 years event. If global warming continues unchecked, by the end of this century, regions such as the Arabian Gulf may see days that are so hot that it will be unsafe to go outside. 6. Wildlife is already hurting. Animals and plants are already vanishing from parts of their range that are now too hot. Extinctions come next. A 2016 study showed that of 976 species surveyed, 47% had vanished from areas on the warm edge of their range. The exceptional ocean warmth of the past few years has also devastated many of the world's coral reefs. Some species will adapt to the changing climate, but how many and for how long? 7. We can do something about it. The use of renewables such as solar and wind energy is projected to triple 1990 levels by 2040. Meanwhile, costs are falling and are expected to decrease significantly from 2010 levels. Figure 5. By 2040, the cost of wind power is estimated to decrease by over 50%, and solar power prices may decrease by 500%. Carbon-free renewable sources may soon be cheaper than the fossil fuels that generate carbon, providing hope for a more sustainable future.